Welcome back, you guys, to the 412 Homestead. We're glad to see you tonight. We have missed you. We are going to roast us up some vegetables tonight, and we're going to cook us some tilapia in the skillet. We're trying to eat halfway healthy, so this is what we're having for supper tonight. So hang around with us. Let's get it going, guys. Tonight we're going to do some roasted vegetables. This is what we're going to have for supper tonight. We're going to do up some cauliflower, some broccoli. I'm going to slice up some peppers, throw on some carrots. We're going to season that up with some olive oil, a little bit of olive oil, and probably a little bit of our Parmesan cheese and salt and pepper. And we're going to get that in the oven. You need to have your oven preheated to 400 degrees. I've already got mine going. We're going to try to do this quickly because the cameraman is starving. So let's get it going. Let's get this cauliflower cut up. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut it away from the stem. I'm just going to break it off into hunks like that. And I'm just going to chunk it into pieces about like that. I'm going to throw it in our bowl. And we are going to get also our broccoli. We're going to throw our carrots in there. And then we're going to put a little bit of the olive oil on it. Going to sprinkle a little bit of our Parmesan cheese on there. Get all this on in our bowl, get it seasoned up, and then we're going to put it on just a cookie sheet because I'm just going to bake it on that cookie sheet there. Looks like we're going to have a pretty good batch of it. We've been liking us some fresh vegetables. Well, I say fresh. It's from the store. You know, we've got to get our garden going before too long, and it's almost that season. But we're just going to cut them up in pieces like that and get it all seasoned. So I'm going to get this cut up for you and then we'll move on to the next one. We got all that cauliflower chopped up. Now I'm going to do the broccoli, and I'm just going to do it the same way. I'm going to get it closer down toward the tops. I don't really want all that big stem on there, but I'm just going to cut it off about like that right there. If you got chickens, this would be a good thing to feed your chickens. We don't have any chickens yet, but we're going to though. I'm just going to break them up into pieces like that. And I'm just going to toss it in there with our cauliflower. We're doing it easy tonight, you guys. And we are glad you are here. We've been missing you since the whole hospital stay that Eric has had. We haven't got a whole lot of videos up, but you know, he's getting better, and we're eating better, and we're going to be ready for gardening season. So we're just going to go ahead and get these chopped up, throw our carrots in. We're going to chop us up some bell pepper. I had some bell pepper already in the ice box, and I've got another one. We're going to cut it up. Now, if you like onions, go ahead and throw you some onions on here too and roast up your onions. I'm going to skip the onions because we're just not really a fan. But you could if that's what you liked. But we're going to skip that. I'm just going to open up this bag of carrots, and I'm going to just toss them in our bowl also. Now, my man, he likes them roasted carrots, and he just likes carrots, period. But, well, I've lost my red pepper. Well, we've got us a green pepper, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take them seeds out, and I'm just going to try to dump most of them out of there. That's pretty good. And I'm just going to do them in halfway sized, nice sized strips, and probably just cut them in chunks like that. I'm going to throw them in there. I think that'll be good roasted up. I'm going to do a little bit more, and we're just going to toss us some olive oil. I've got some extra virgin olive oil, I believe is what I bought. And we're going to crush us some fresh garlic in there too. We're going to roast that up. and it's going to be yummy. We're going to have to bake that in the oven about 25 to 30 minutes probably. And while that is baking, we're going to do up our tilapia in the skillet. So we'll have us a meat and we'll have us a side dish. Pretty healthy. We're going to go ahead and get the seeds off of that one because we're just going to go ahead and use it up. Get all the seeds out of there. Give it a little chop. Just like that. Whoops, that got the tag on it, y'all. We'll take that off there. We won't eat that. All right. Now we're going to take us some garlic. And I'm going to use my little garlic press that I got from Pampered Chef. This is the handiest little thing. You just put your garlic bulb in there, press it, shoots out the other end, just like that right there. You just throw that down in your bowl, and it's pretty easy. You just pull that skin off there, and if that's not enough garlic, you just put you some more in. I'm going to put some more in because we want some flavor. We're going to have that Parmesan flavor, but little garlic's always good. And we're just going to mix this together with that olive oil. I'm going to put a little bit more garlic in there because that'll give it some good flavor. We appreciate you guys stopping by. We thank you for all the subscribers we've gotten so far, and we're still growing. We still got to get them watch hours going. So you guys, go back and watch us again. I'm going to tell you, put us on and go to bed and leave it playing at nighttime. We got to get them watch hours up. But we'll get there. You know what? If it's God's will for us, we're going to get there. I tell you what, God has brought us a long way. I know He give us dreams, and we just got to trust in Him to get every door open that needs to be opened and close doors that don't need to be opened. And so we're just going to trust God for whatever He has planned for us. And right now, I think He's got some roasted vegetables in mind. So don't forget, you guys, like and subscribe. We appreciate all the likes, and we just got to get some more subscribers. We got to keep this channel growing. So I'm going to get something to stir this with. And I probably didn't put enough on here, but we're going to start out with this. Oh, heck, you guys. We're going to use these hand mixers that we've got. That's what they're there for. We're just going to toss that around. Try to get it coated good with the olive oil. And then when we put it on our cookie sheet, I'm going to probably put some onion powder on there. And I'm going to coat it with a little bit of that Parmesan cheese. And then we may have to flip it about halfway through. And if so, if I think we need some more, I will give it another coat. But I think that is pretty good. So now let's get it on the pan. All right, we've got our cookie sheet out here. And I've got everything coated with our olive oil. We're just going to dump this right on our pan. I'm not going to do anything to it because our vegetables are good and oiled up. And like I said, I did use olive oil. And we're just going to mash that out flat on the pan. And, you know, we don't like our vegetables all mushy. So if these just bake up to where they're just tender, That's the way we're going to like them. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put on a little bit of this garlic powder. Oh boy, it doesn't have a shaker, so I'm going to have to watch what I'm doing here. It doesn't have the little holes, so I'm going to be careful that I just don't drown it. But we're going to put a little bit of this onion powder on, and then we're going to put some of this Parmesan cheese, the grated Parmesan cheese. We're just going to put some of that on the top of this. I don't know if this is going to come out any kind of browned. I've never roasted them. This is the first time, you guys, so you're seeing it just like we are for the first time. So we're just going to coat this a little bit. The garlic is smelling wonderful in here. These smell good, and they haven't even had anything done to them yet. But they're going to be good. And we're going to cook up that tilapia, like I said. And that's going to be our meat for tonight. All right, I think we got it good and coated, so we're going to stick that in the oven, and we're going to set our timer for 30 minutes. And we've got it preheated 400 degrees. Yes, 400. So let's get it cooking. All right, for supper, for our meat, well, I'm going to do some tilapia. I got these tilapia fillets. They come in a bag in your frozen food section, and they are individually wrapped. So it's nice that, you know, if there's just two of us here, I can grab out 2 or 3 of these little fillets, seal it back up, put it back in the freezer. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these out, and I usually coat it with some mustard, and then I dip it in some breadcrumbs, and then I'm going to just put very little oil in the skillet, just enough that, you know, the breadcrumbs are getting a little brown. We want it brown. These won't take that long to cook. We're just going to cook these in the skillet till they're good and brown. We're going to flip them. The actual meat, it's not very thick, so it's not going to take that long to cook, but we'll have time to get this done while our vegetables are roasting. So let's get set up for this. All right, you guys, we're ready to get that fish going. And what I do on the fish is I bought me some breadcrumbs, the Italian style. They are seasoned up, kind of an Italian flavor. And they're just a thin little breading that I'm going to put on there. Probably about like that right there. I'm going to say 3/4 of a cup. If we need some more, we'll dump some more around there. But we're going to get our fish opened up, but they come in just little single packages like this. Doesn't take no time for them to thaw out. And what I normally do is I just whack that package open, and I'll lay them all on a plate. See, they're not a very big piece of meat, but you know what? It's just enough that you get some protein in you. Fish is good for you. You don't want to overeat, but it's that way on anything. So I'm going to do 3 of these. That way Eric can have 2 of them, I can have 1. We'll just open that up, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to coat them with mustard, because that mustard is what's going to hold our breadcrumbs on. So I'm just going to squirt some on there. I'm going to squirt some on each one, and I'm just going to just use my fingers, and I'm just going to coat both sides of it, and then we're just going to dip it in our breadcrumbs. I'm just going to lay this on the side here till I get all 3 of them done. And I'm saving from an extra utensil to wash, just using my fingers just to coat that. We're going to get all 3 of them done. Then we're going to move over to the skillet where we're going to heat up a little bit of that olive oil, and we're just going to fry those up. I might need a little bit more there. We're going to fry those up till they're golden brown. We're not immersing them in fat. We're just going to put just a little bit, just so they don't really stick, but just brown our breadcrumbs good. So just make sure you got those coated good. Let's get over and get that skillet heating. All right, we're going to put a little bit of, I've got extra virgin olive oil here. We're just going to put just a little bit, just to coat that bottom of that skillet. You may have to add just a little bit more as it cooks, because it does seem to dissipate some, probably soaking in our breadcrumbs here, but we're going to let that get hot, and when that's hot, we'll drop down our fish, and that won't take very long to cook. All right, I think our fire's hot enough, so we're going to drop in our fish. And hear that sizzle. All right, so we're going to see about how long that takes us per side to cook. We're just going to let that brown up, and then we will put that on a cooling rack, just so it can drain off anything that might have soaked in, that will drain for us. But we're just going to let that cook here just a few minutes. Like, I want to remind you guys, like and subscribe if you haven't already. We need to grow our channel, and we appreciate you guys. All right, you guys, it's time to flip. We're going to give them all three a flip. Oh, look at that. That is beautiful. Hey, if you guys got any suggestions for us, something that you guys think would be good for us to cook here at the homestead to help us out with our trying to eat healthy, if you got any suggestions for us, drop it in the comments. I would love to have some input from you guys. I told Eric we need to find us a cookbook that we can start going through to give us some more ideas. You know, it gets boring when you eat the same old thing. You're trying to eat healthy, but we need to branch out and eat some different things. But any kind of comments you guys got for us, suggestions, drop them down in the comments. We take a look at our comments and we try to reply to everybody, and so we just need some suggestions from you guys. So help us out and give us some suggestions. We're going to go ahead and we're going to let this cook, brown up. Our vegetables, I had to take a little peek in the oven. They're looking pretty. And this is not going to take long to get it all to come together, and it's going to be delicious. So we'll see you back whenever we get those vegetables out of the oven, because we'll be ready to get it plated. Beautiful. That is some beautiful fish. All right, you guys, we got us a pan of roasted carrots, broccoli, cauliflower, and peppers tonight. We seasoned them up with some olive oil, some onion powder, some Parmesan. I'm probably going to put just a little bit more Parmesan on there. And we fried us up some fish fillets, and I say fried, but we didn't just douse them just in oil. We did them in some olive oil. We're just going to put a little bit more on there. That's wanting to clog up on me. Oh, that'll be good right there. So let's plate this up a plate. Let's get us one of these pieces of fish here. Oh, that looks yummy. And let's find us something. Oh, where's my scooper? Here we are. Let's scoop us up some of these fresh roasted vegetables. They smell great, you all. They started browning up. They're not mushy, but we don't like them mushy. They're still just got a little bit of a crunch to them. But I think that is going to make us a fantastic meal. And I know Eric is about to chew his hand off over there, and he's going to be glad to get this tonight. So there you guys go. We've got us some fresh roasted vegetables. We got us some tilapia, and we're getting ready to eat, you guys. That's what's happening here on the 412 Homestead. Looks wonderful. We thank you guys for stopping by. Hit that like and subscribe. Give us some comments. Give us some suggestions. We appreciate each and every one of you. Until we see you again, God bless.